What's up, y'all? Good morning. I'm sitting in the backyard, birds chirping, garden looking luscious, and I decided to do a garden tag video. So today we're gonna do the mid-year garden tag. Yeah. Y'all, first of all, I want to say this. It is July now here in Texas, and every day has been so hot. But today, because it's been raining, like for the past week, it's like breezy and it's just so nice to sit out here and just look around and see. But anyways, let's get into the mid-year garden tag. First question. There are 15 questions. So first question, what was the last thing you planted in your garden? Okay. Technically, if we're counting replants, my husband literally just moved the kiwi berries from in the ground to a garden bed so it can start trellising over our new like trellis. But if we're talking like random, like from seed, um, it would probably have to be the bushing beans. No. From seeds, we planted some beans. So yeah, I think that's the last thing that we planted from seed in the backyard. Next thing, which plant in your garden gives you the most trouble? Man, I don't know. At first I wouldn't have said lavender, but our lavender is not doing good. Like, yeah, I think I'm gonna go with lavender because every time I think it's getting like more vibrant, more bright, more colorful, looking more healthy, the next day it looks like it's on this deathbed, like it's on life support. So I'm going with the lavender plant for us in our backyard. Next question. What's your favorite edible plant to grow and why? I absolutely love all of the mint we're growing in our backyard. It can be used as like to refresh like drinks. You can just pop a few leaves off and chew them in your mouth, give your breath, a nice fresh taste. It tastes pretty good. It can cause like a numbing effect if you put a lot in there, like if you have toothaches or your gums kind of swollen and irritated, and it smells so good. I love just going over there. Like my husband will run his hands across it, and it just like the whole backyard just smell like mint. We have peppermint, spearmint, chocolate mint. It smells so good, y'all. So that's what I'm going with, the mint varieties in our backyard. Next question. Do you prefer growing from seeds or starters? I want to say seeds because it's cheaper, but I feel like it depends. At first, when we first started our garden, I preferred growing from starters. You can kind of see the health of the plant to some degree, especially like us being new growers. I feel like that was helpful. But now I like actually having like a seed album. Like I like planning what we need, putting some away to have later. So I would say now I like growing from seed, but before I did like growing from starters. So I'm gonna go with from seed. Next, what's one gardening tool you can't live without? Okay, I'm sure this answer will differ from me and my husband, but I feel like I can't live without like a hand shovel. Like I feel like to me, it's invaluable. I mean, I use it, my kids use it, my husband to get in there and use it. Perfect for the garden beds, perfect for like planting in the ground. So I'm going to say a hand shovel. Next. Have you ever had a complete garden fail? What happened? Yeah. Um, I don't want to say that the garden failed per se. I stopped trying. So I don't want to say it failed. I stopped trying. And at our last house, like before we like dug up the ground and start planting in ground, our first garden was like a couple of raised garden beds. And I just stopped going out there. Like I stopped watering it. I stopped like checking on it. I stopped doing everything and it didn't work. But then after a few months, we kind of got rid of those, planted some stuff in ground, started taking it seriously. But at first, I didn't want to do it. I feel like I wasn't up for the amount of work that it required to kind of combat that Texas heat. So, and then in our younger years, we didn't have full gardens, but we killed quite a many plants. So yeah. Next, what's currently blooming in your garden? These zinnias are taking off. They're beautiful. I like so pretty. This rosemary, the rosemary is doing great. The zinnias are doing amazing. The petunias are doing amazing. Amazing. Our mint has some flowers on it. Yeah. Tomatoes are, they coming around, they coming around. And then we have a few sunflowers around that looks great. Oh, our rose bushes look great. We have yellow, pink, and red. They look really good too. So yeah, that's that. Next. What's your go-to pest control method, natural or store-bought? We don't focus too much on pest control, so I'm gonna say natural. I have tried. We have like bags, little baggies on some of our apples and plums and peaches and pears, but we don't really focus on pest control that much. Previously, in the past few years, I've tried putting out coffee grounds. I've tried cinnamon. I've tried like stuff like that on the garden beds to kind of get rid of pests. But yeah, like really nothing. We are growing some California Reaper peppers, not to eat, but I want to grind those up and kind of use them for pest control too at some spots. But other than that, yeah, that's it. So I would say natural. Next, do you have a dream plant you've always wanted to grow? A dream plant. Dream plant. I feel like we're already doing that. I wouldn't say I have a singular dream plant, but I always wanted a herbal portion of our garden. I wanted like things I can use for practical uses. So Anacia, eucalyptus, lavender, stuff like that. So I feel like we have that. So I wouldn't say I have a dream plant, but I always wanted a herbal garden, and I feel like we're cultivating that now. Next, what's your favorite time of day to be in a garden? Oof, I like being in a garden before 9 a.m. Like, it's so peaceful, it's so calm and still. It's kind of before I get my day started. I love coming out here like when it's quiet, like a soft breeze. So I'm definitely going to say before 9 a.m. Next, are you a raised bed, container, or in-ground gardener, or all three? All three. We have raised beds, we have grow bags, and we have plants in containers. Specifically our citrus, because, that goes in and out. And then we have stuff in ground too. So I feel like all three over the years it shifted. It used to be first it was like all raised beds, and then it was mostly in bags and containers, and then it was mostly in ground, and now it just kind of fluctuates, just depending. So right now we have a good mix of all three. We have the least amount of stuff in containers and grow bags. Most things are either in these raised beds or in ground. Most things are in ground, and then second we have stuff in the raised beds, then containers and grow bags. Next, how do you handle weeds in your garden? Um, if they're that annoying and can't be used for anything else, we just pull them. In the front yard where we don't have, like, we're not growing anything except grass, I pull them. Just pull them up and kind of put them in the trash. But in the back, if it's in the way and it's like, look, you taking over, then we will pull it up and get rid of it. But yeah, for the most part, we just in the backyard. I mean, if we see it, we'll pull it. Yeah, we'll just pull it up. Next, what's one plant you'll never grow again? this is definitely gonna differ for me and my husband because I don't know how he feels about this. I don't know. I feel like every time we have a pineapple plant, it's like a waste of time. So I would say pineapple, but I'm sure we'll probably grow it again. I don't want to. I just feel like it's so much work, so many years, and it's so fragile. Every time we've had one, the freaking pineapple fell off before it was even bigger than this. So it's kind of like it's huge for one pineapple and then it never produces again. I just don't like that. But I love pineapple. So I'm saying that to say I don't want to grow pineapple again, but I'm sure at some point we probably will. Next, do you garden alone or is it a family activity? It's a family thing. It's a family thing. Our kids are involved. My husband is pretty much taking point right now. He's out here doing a lot more than I do. And yeah, our kids come out here and it's definitely a family affair. Okay, y'all, last question. If your garden had a theme song, what would it be? You can do it, put your back into it. You can do it, put your back into it. That. You can do it. Don't stop, get it, get it. That's what I would say. That's the first thing that came into my mind. I'm sure if I gave this more like concentrated effort, I'd pick something else. But first thing that popped into my mind is you can do it, put your back into it. Don't stop, get it, get it. Okay? That's it. Look, y'all got to see the sunrise with me. But yeah, anyways, that's it, y'all. If you want to do the garden tag video, I'll put the questions in the description bar. And we're going to see y'all next time.